In 2026, demand for skilled workers isn't just growing, it's outpacing supply across multiple industries. And that's not just a labor shortage, it's a complete reshaping of how we think about work.
Right, and when demand outpaces supply at that level, everything changes. Hiring strategies, career paths, even how we define what it means to be qualified.
Exactly. This isn't just about filling jobs anymore, it's about rethinking how employers build teams and how workers build careers that actually last.
So today, we're breaking it all down. What's driving this shift, what it means for employers, and where the real opportunities are for job seekers right now.
Welcome to another episode of Workers.com Staffing Pulse, Insights from the Frontline, where we connect employers with workforce solutions and help job seekers build real, long-term careers.
Today, we're talking about one of the biggest workforce transformations happening right now and what it means heading into 2026 and beyond.
Across industries like skilled trades, logistics, manufacturing, and transportation, we're seeing major changes driven by four key forces: speed, skills, technology, and flexibility.
And these aren't future trends. They're already reshaping how companies operate and how people find work.
Let's start with speed, because this is where the shift becomes immediately visible.
Hiring simply can't be slow anymore. Open roles are no longer just an inconvenience. They're a direct cost to the business.
Exactly. And we're seeing data across the staffing industry showing that time to fill roles has increased in many industries, while the cost of vacancies has gone up significantly.
Think about a manufacturing plant running below capacity because they're short 5 operators. That's not just a hiring issue. That's lost production, missed revenue, and delayed orders.
Or a logistics operation where even a small labor gap slows down throughput. That delay doesn't just stay in the warehouse. It impacts the entire supply chain.
Right, and supply chains today are tighter than ever. There's less margin for delay, so companies are realizing something important.
Speed is no longer a competitive advantage. It's a requirement.
And that's where staffing platforms and workforce partners come in. Employers are shifting toward faster candidate matching, streamlined onboarding, pre-qualified talent pools.
We're also seeing employers rethink their internal processes. Long interview cycles, delayed decisions, unclear job requirements. Those things are costing companies talent.
Because here's the reality, top candidates don't stay available for long.
Exactly. In many cases, workers are getting multiple offers within days, not weeks.
So if an employer takes too long, they lose the candidate. Speed today is directly tied to execution and clarity.
Now here's where things really shift. Employers are focusing less on experience and more on skills. Instead of asking, "Where have you worked?" they're asking, "What can you actually do?"
And this is one of the biggest opportunities we've seen for job seekers in years.
Because historically, many roles required years of experience, even for entry-level opportunities.
But now, employers are realizing that experience doesn't always equal capability.
Exactly. Someone might not have a long resume, but they might have mechanical aptitude, technical curiosity, hands-on problem-solving ability.
And those qualities translate directly into roles like CNC machining, welding, equipment operation, and maintenance.
We're seeing employers open up to training candidates who show potential because the alternative is leaving roles unfilled.
And that expands the talent pool significantly.
For job seekers, this is a major shift. You don't need a perfect resume. You need work ethic, reliability, willingness to learn.
And once you're in the door, the growth potential is real.
We've seen workers move from entry-level roles into skilled trades, supervisory positions, operations leadership.
This is where careers are built, not just jobs.
Technology is accelerating everything we're talking about.
Absolutely. AI and digital platforms are transforming how hiring works.
We're now seeing systems that match candidates to jobs based on skills, availability, location, work preferences, not just resumes.
And that's a huge improvement over traditional hiring methods.
It removes friction from the process. Workers can apply faster. Employers can identify better matches faster.
And onboarding is becoming more digital too. Applications, background checks, scheduling, it's all being streamlined.
Which means less delay and more efficiency.
For employers, that translates to faster productivity. For workers, it means faster access to opportunities.
Technology isn't replacing people. It's improving how people connect to work. Another major shift we're seeing: flexibility.
This is a big one. Workers today want more control over their schedules, their work environments, their career paths.
And employers are adapting. We're seeing growth in temporary roles, project-based work, temp-to-hire opportunities.
And this actually benefits both sides.
For employers, it creates agility. They can scale up or down based on demand.
For workers, it creates exposure. They can gain experience across different industries and roles.
It also reduces risk. Workers can try roles before committing long-term.
And employers can evaluate fit before making permanent hires.
That flexibility is becoming a core part of workforce strategy. So let's bring this together. What should employers be doing right now?
First, move faster. Delays cost talent.
Second, hire for skills, not just resumes. Look at potential, not just history.
Third, leverage technology and staffing platforms. Don't rely on outdated hiring processes.
And fourth, offer flexibility where possible. That's what workers are looking for.
For job seekers, the opportunity right now is real.
But it requires action. Focus on building practical skills, being reliable, staying adaptable.
And don't wait for the perfect job. Start somewhere and grow from there.
Because momentum matters. If you're an employer, this is really the moment to take a step back and rethink your hiring strategy. Things are moving fast. So move faster, focus on real skills, and build a workforce that can actually adapt as things change. You can learn more at workers.com.
And if you're a job seeker, there are real opportunities out there right now. But you've got to take that first step. Keep building your skills, stay consistent, and don't wait for the perfect moment. You can get started by exploring the currently available opportunities by visiting jobs.workers.com.
And if you're looking to connect, learn, and stay ahead of what's happening in the workforce, be sure to check out workers.com/community.
The workforce is changing, but that change also means opportunity.
Stay adaptable and stay focused.
Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time on Workers.com Staffing Pulse Insights from the Frontline.
Be sure to follow and subscribe. You'll find us on all the major podcast platforms, such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and more. Until next time.